I had a card that said Everest, and he told me he was from Kalamazoo. $9,000.
Wait, what?
He cashed it on the way. There's no way I can thank you.
You don't. We're blessed to help out.
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
That you're here to do this. I don't even have words anymore.
It's all about
this kind of generosity and kindness from people I don't even know.
I was on my way back from Florida, and I got a phone call from a friend who said Battle Creek and the surrounding areas got hit with some severe storms. But I did not anticipate coming across this.
I hear you got a mess out here. Or I see you got a mess out here.
Yes.
So what happened?
Well, the storm brought everything down. And then on Monday, a man came to the door and he had a card that said Everest. And he told me he was from Kalamazoo. And he said that the pear tree was the smallest one and that he would take that down for $400.
Yeah.
And then come back and do the stump. And then he started looking at the ones that were leaning. And I mean, I'd never had anyone come, so I didn't know what it was. And by the time they finished, they climbed up, you know.
Yeah.
They didn't have like a, you know, those things
The
that go
bucket.
up in the air. Yeah. And when he was all finished, he told me it would be $9,000.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
$9,000?
Yeah. He said, at first he said, when he was just going to get the ones that were down, he said $4,200. And then he said, well, you've got some other ones that really need to be trimmed, because there was a lot of that one that was over, you know, hanging over her garage in my house. And so, but when he brought the bill, it was $9,000.
$9,000.
Yeah.
So what about the cleanup? Because it looks like you just they cut down trees, but you got a pile of stuff everywhere.
Right.
Wasn't he going to take care of that?
No, he was not going to take care of that. He said that the city would do it, and I didn't know any better. It's a 330 number. That's the area code.
Yeah.
And it turns out, he told me he was from Kalamazoo. And it turns out that that's in Ohio. He also told me that they would come back and do take the stumps out.
Okay.
And Christine said she called the 330 number.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go through. It's blocked.
It's blocked.
Yeah.
So we're here. We got Husky Tree Service, Wilson Tree Service. We're gonna get it cleaned up for you. We'll take care of it for free. We don't want anyone to get screwed over by people.
There's no way I can thank you.
You don't. We're blessed to help out.
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
That you're here to do this.
I appreciate that. We're glad to help you, and it's too bad that they take advantage of people. And,
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of good companies out there, and it could have been a miscommunication, but
no, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah, especially if you're calling the number and it's disconnected.
Well, I mean, just from him telling me that they were in Kalamazoo. Like that, the rest of the way down.
Wait, that's what they left?
Yeah.
But they cut the top part but left that.
They took the rest of the tree.
That's some good old work. That's good work right there. Holy crap.
But, you know, they can't get in there until something happens to the pine trees.
Well, how is he going to get in there when you can't get a hold of him now?
Well, no. I mean, I would never call him now.
Yeah, maybe his brother will come back and try to help out.
Probably. Put on a fake beard and mustache and come back.
That's too bad. Such a fine, beautiful lady like yourself, and they're trying to take advantage of you.
Oh, thank you.
That's terrible. So they left that one too.
Yeah.
Hey, can you stop payment on like a check or anything, or?
He cashed it on the way. He cashed it that day. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is a prime example of be careful who you hire, and there's too many people out there that are taking advantage of our seniors. Honestly, it's just terrible. Yes. I mean, you're retired.
Yeah, I taught school for 40 years.
Yeah, so you gave back, you taught school, and then to get taken advantage of, that's just terrible. Too bad we didn't know where he lived. We could go dump it in his yard. Just kidding. We would never do that. Thank you so much for donating the gloves. I got them on, brand new, double X. They fit my big old hands. I appreciate you. We'll leave a link to the wish list down below. So this is a pile they left you right over here, huh?
Yes, it is.
And Husky Tree Service already took a couple loads out, so did Mark.
Absolutely.
They literally just cut them down, charged you money, stacked them in a pile, and said, hey, city will help you out.
Made it to the bank before it closed.
Made it to the bank. Now that is a business model, if you want to be a scammer. Is that the only company?
That's the only one, yeah, but they've scammed a few other people already.
Are you serious?
Yep.
You guys been contacted by others too?
Yep, I've done some cleanup for them too. Did the same thing to a few other customers on the other side of town.
That's too bad. Sounds like they cashed a check. They went to Meyer right afterwards. And did she tell you where they cashed it? Was it Meyer? I'm just making stuff up now.
I'm sorry.
Where'd they cash the check? Did they go to your
At
bank?
my bank. Yeah, Huntington Bank.
Ask them for video footage.
If you want to say it out, there's the guy that cashed the check.
That's who they had me write the check to.
So wait a minute. Everest Tree Service, but it's not even Everest Tree you wrote it to?
No, it goes to that guy.
Come on. This is crazy, guys. The last thing you want to do is be scammed. And I tell you, the tree service industry, it's tough because these storms come in and these guys from Husky and Wilson's Tree Service is here too, but he got stuck. He tried backing in, dumping a load, and he got stuck, I guess. But these guys see it all the time, don't you? You see it all the time, people getting scammed?
All the time.
Like what would a job like this cost normally to, because I'm not a tree expert, but what would to cut these trees down and haul it out, what on average would it cost?
To be fair, it's nowhere near that $9,500 that they charged her. For this, every tree company is different. Everybody has their own prices. For something like this, I'd have been way below $4,000.
4,000?
Yep, and that Stump's included too.
Oh my gosh.
So.
All right, Mark and Wilson's tree and Husky's tree is going to do a dump. We cleaned up quite a bit. Man, look at this. All the stuff that they left. This is crazy. Taking advantage of senior citizens. I mean, this is bad. And we're probably going to have to come back here too and smooth out the grass and plant some new grass seed right in here for her. But it's pretty bad. But what do you guys think? The old Vermeer's picking it up. But you know what? While we wait for them to get back, we got another job we're going to do. Hey, what's going on?
Not too much, you.
I'm like your number one customer over here. Or you're my number one customer.
That's because we have lots of work.
Yeah, lots of work to do.
We do.
Anything that we can finish up while we're waiting for the two tree companies to get back?
Over there needs to be done at my neighbor's house beside where you did last year.
They're going to let you give me permission?
They've already given me permission to allow you to do it.
Oh, okay, let's go look at it.
All right.
We can check out the spot we did last year, make sure you've been keeping up on it. Everybody's always like, Eric, when you go cut a lawn, do people actually keep up on it? So right here's the true test.
It's kept up with. It hasn't had time to grow.
All right. No, it did. We did that early summer. Oh my gosh, the grass is coming. Check that out. Looks good. Open it up quite a bit. So right in here, they want this cleaned up, huh?
They do.
I told you last year when I was here, I should have just done that too.
You did, but I had to get their permission first, and they agreed. The neighbors all want it done, so.
Is the neighbor, the nosy neighbor over here, is he still around?
He is. So that neighbor at the corner was the one that wanted my property cleaned, and it's, he was pretty nosy coming in, seeing as things were getting done, asking who was doing it, and said that he wanted it cleaned up, and we did. And he mentioned that it took lesbians to come in here to clean it up because he's seen so many home buyers and sellers here. So
Why would anybody say that? That is insane. In today's society, like, you don't say that type of stuff. I don't care if you're 100 or not. It's ridiculous. So we're going to start on this first section. You can see the big brush pile here. We're actually going to mulch that down. You can see we mulched that stuff down over there. It was really green. So we're going to start right here and mulch this down. Maybe by the time we get done with this, they'll be back with their dump trailers and we can load up the rest of the stuff next door. So we're going to kill two properties at once. So we're going to see how much of this we can get. Right through here, you can see there's some leaves in there. I don't think there's anything, rocks or anything. The rocks are all over there, so we'll have to be careful with that. But we'll start with area 1. Isn't it crazy that these tree companies and just landscaping companies in general are taking advantage of these elderly people? I can't believe it. This lady is so heartbroken. $9,000, $9,500. It's ridiculous. I think we took care of this area number one. It looked pretty good, but there's a lot of stuff on the rocks back there. So I pulled these up forward. We're gonna take care of that. I don't know if you guys could feel that when I was back there walking. It was slippery. If I tell you, spring is in the air, guys, it smells so good out here. It's been raining. It's not raining now. Everything's starting to bloom. Look at that green grass over there. That's what Mother Nature's all about. Just beauty. Do you guys have neighbors that are nosy? Like, I cannot believe the neighbor over here actually came out and called this lady a lesbian. That's unacceptable. We're gonna get back to this, guys. And I tell you, you guys are amazing. I love the comments. You guys are awesome. Look after your neighbors. If you're ever in doubt, give me a shout. So they contacted their buddy Front Row Stump Grinding, and he's gonna grind the stumps down for you too. So what do you think of that?
I don't even have words anymore.
It's all about
This kind of generosity and kindness from people I don't even know.
it's about helping the community out.
Helping the community out, starting with one person at a time.
Yeah.
And I'm the lucky winner.
Well, we're glad to help you.
Thank you so much.
So we got front row stump grinding out here too. Check out this high-tech thing. That's pretty sweet.
Make short work of them.
Well, thanks so much for coming out, man.
Oh, no problem. Chris with front row stump grinding.
Love the work you do, man.
You try and get them done fast.
How quick you gonna do this one?
Probably 8 minutes,
8 minutes?
if that.
You service Battle Creek, Kalamazoo area?
Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, Hastings, Delton, Bellevue, Marshall,
That's awesome, man.
Coldwater.
We appreciate you teaming up with us on this to help this lady out.
Oh, no problem. We appreciate the call. Safety net so we don't blow anyone's windows out.
Yeah, please don't do that. This is what community is all about, guys. People coming together, helping people in need. Let's check out this stump grinder. Guys, this is crazy. But Mark from Wilson's Tree Service went to dump the other dump trailer so we can finish it up. They're blowing over there. So we came back over here. We're going to finish up area number 2. And we're going to knock this out and level it out for this family. So when they get home, they're going to have a surprise as well. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the support. Please hit that subscribe button and follow button. You guys ask how you can help us. Honestly, just being here, hanging out with us and being part of this crew and part of our friendship. So we're putting the finishing touches on it. What do you think?
I'm just overwhelmed. I don't even have words to thank you for all you've done today.
Yeah, no, we're glad to help. It's what we do, and people in general don't need to get scammed, but...
Well, you take the bad taste out of my mouth for all the cheating that they did to me.
Yeah. Well, I still think you should get a hold of the police.
Okay. Yeah.
Get that video, because you got the guy's name, you got their company name.
Yeah.
Get all the video of him cashing in the check.
I mean, I just don't know what to do when stuff like this happens. My husband died when he was 46. I can't imagine people being as kind as you.
Well, I mean, fortunately we're in a position to do so, and, you know, just helping one person or one family out spreads so much positivity and gets other people to do it too.
True. That's true.
So
we can sure use a lot of that today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had 3 or 4 companies here. It wasn't just us. So that's
Exactly.
awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to load up and get out of here.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Nice to meet you again. Thank you.